As you know, I don't follow the records. The records follow me. The youngers, they are not the same of my generation, but we cannot blame them because it's part of the life, you know, the new generation and the new technologies that avoid, they distract them for another thing. So, but they are not the same. They listen, but this is why we have 2 ears. You listen from one side and they go away from another side. So don't surprise me, but in the same way, it's a little bit shame because if they have the best examples in front of your eyes and if they don't at least copy what you did for me, it's kind of weird because I remember when I was 18, 19, 20s, I'm always looked to see the best players, Van Nistelrooy, Ferdinand, Roy Keane, and gigs. This is why I have the successful that I have and longevity, because I take care of my body, my mentality, my head, because I see these guys and I learn from them. I think the best advice, I'm not the kind of guy to like to give advices. I prefer to be as example.
Yes.
Because I'm an example. I'm there every morning. I do the same stuff. I'm probably the first ones to arrive and the last ones to go out. I think the details speak for themselves. So, because as I told you before, they listen one thing and in 2 minutes they already forgot and do it whatever they think it's better. This is why I say I like to lead by example. And some ones they follow me, not much. I try to explain sometimes to my family and even my close friends. They say I never felt to be happy and sad in the same moment.
Yes.
I never felt. It is hard to explain.
So difficult.
So difficult. You don't know if you cry or you don't know if you smile.
Yes.
Because it's something that you don't know how to react. You don't know what to do, to be honest. And of course, I remember very well that I look like, I don't know the word to define what I felt in that moment, but it's crazy feelings, it's crazy emotional. Because, you know, she had a little bit belly because they had 2, it's hard process. And after 1 week, I say, you know, let's be frontal, let's be honest with the kids. Let's say that Angel, which is the name, they go to the heaven. It's better to say in that way.
Yes.
This was a difficult process, but in the same way, I become more father, more friendly of them. They become more close to his daddy, especially me with Georgine as well.
These things, they can make or break relationships because the grief can be so intense. It can drive couples apart or it can bring them closer.
In my case, it was better in that way. I become more friendly of Gio. I was of course friend, but I see more lovely for her and for my kids, and I start to see the life with a different perspective. But it was just to finish in that chapter was the most difficult moment, the last since my dad died. It was this moment that I passed through the last 6 months. A good thing that I have, I don't like to read because I know 90% of the times they lie, they are garbage. The press, they are garbage. Not all of them, but most of them. They don't say the truth. And they lie, they constant lie and they constant attack me and my family. They're always negativism against my family. Why I'm gonna read? Because I know they try to make me feel bad, me and my family. Can have his own opinion, but they don't really know what's going on. They should listen not only one point of view, they have to listen my point of view as well. Because it's easy to criticize. They are not my friends, they are colleagues. We play together, they're not coming, we not have a dinner together, for example. But Piers, let's be honest, the last years the football changed. I see football now as a business, to be honest. I don't understand, they treat you players like a piece of meat. I say, yes, you say everything, it's true. When they want you, when they count with you, they give you everything. When they don't, they try to make a hard life to you. I see football piece the last years as a business. I saw many things that I'm disappointing. The passion for the game is still intact, but in the same way, I saw other things as well, which is surprised me, but in the same way, it's part of the business, because if you see the world how it is in the moment, it's all business. Everyone take on itself. They are more individual.
And you know better than anybody because you are Cristiano Ronaldo.
They criticize me when I don't speak. Of course, when I'm going to speak, they criticize me even more. But it's something that I can deal with that. I know I'm going to disappoint a few people. Maybe I'm going to make happy a few people, but it is what it is. The life it's completely difficult. We have obstacles in our lives, and I will keep running to fight against the people who don't believe me, and the life is a challenge.
I mean, how long do you think you can keep playing football?
I want to play 2 years more.
2 years more?
2-3 years more maximum. I want to play when I finish with 40. I think we'll be...
40?
40. A good age. But I don't know. I don't know the future. Sometimes you plan one thing for your life, and as I told many times, the life is dynamic, and you never know what's going to happen.
What about Jordan Peterson, who I know came to see you?
Amazing man.
Well, he invited me to come and see him, and he had had some trouble in his life a few months ago, and a friend of his sent him some of my videos, and he said he had watched those, and then he read my book, one of my books, and found them very helpful, and he wanted to talk. So I went out to his house and we talked for about 2 hours. And he showed me all his equipment for keeping himself in tip-top condition, and we talked a bit about his companies, but mostly we talked about what he wanted in the future and some of the obstacles that he's facing while pursuing that. And so we had a strategic conversation, I would say, for about, on those topics for about 90 minutes.
I'm a huge fan of him. I read his book, 12 Rules, and I felt that he's really interesting guy, and I love to meet smart people. We had a nice strategic conversation, not only for the moment of my life, I mean not only for football, because my life is not resumed only for football. I'm a businessman, I have, and many important things on my life, and when you are surrounded with these people, with you as well, people that make your life more interesting, they reach something in your daily life, I appreciate, because it's that kind of people that thinking outside the box. I'm not a psychologist, but I pass through many things, and I can
above all, how to win.
How to win, which is the most important. I think
that's what it's all about.
I have experience to inspire people for that. I think I'm a role model, and I can help many people in that way if they want my help.